that's it. It's like, he's the new guy to love, and of course, I mean, rightfully so. He's super talented, But thank you. But he's but he's like, he is the underdog that's extremely hungry. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing his thing really well. And that verse was, he's giving people like moments, like that verse was a moment to talk about. Are you listening to it now at this point in time? Okay. And then, but it was real cool for like, a couple weeks. But like, if I asked you, for example, like, how does that verse start?
Welcome back to Music Official. Today we're diving into one of the most intriguing rivalries of the 2010s, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. These two giants have dominated the game, but they represent two very different visions of hip-hop and culture. So let's rewind to the beginning and see how we got here.
A lot of rappers that's coming up right now trying to make it. What are you trying to do to separate yourself from everybody?
To separate ourselves? Well, I say as a camp, that's what we do. Me and J. We separate ourselves from everybody. I say just bringing a pure form of artistry to the music game. Everybody has said they own genres of rap, gangster rap, happy rap, commercial. We doing everything, you know what I'm saying? We ain't one-dimensional, you know what I'm saying? So you can't put no label or no title on us. We just being true to ourselves and expressing ourselves on these records. That's everyday life. Pure artistry.
They never bash me in, I'm David blaming now you.
Kendrick Lamar's rise to prominence wasn't an overnight success. It was a journey marked by raw talent and an unwavering commitment to the craft. Coming from Compton, Kendrick was deeply influenced by his surroundings and the struggles of his community. His music was, and still is, a reflection of those experiences. Section 80 marked the beginning of Kendrick's blueprint, a storyteller who tackled issues of race, identity, and societal struggles. He wasn't just rapping, he was creating narratives that would define the voice of his generation.
Rap is like, you use rap to update people on your life, at least I do. My music is an update. I don't want to talk to you on social media. And
Your songs are status updates.
Yeah, 100%, I mean, because I don't like what we're doing right now. I mean, and I'm honored to be here, and I love the fact that I'm here. I'm a proud Canadian, so I'm happy that I'm here. But I don't want to do this all the time because, I'd rather express what I have to say on the album. I don't necessarily want to just talk through everything.
Drake was building a different empire. Starting off as an actor on Degrassi, his transition into rap came with his willingness to be open about relationships, insecurities, and personal struggles set him apart from many rappers at the time. With So Far Gone, Drake solidified his place in hip-hop and pop, creating a lane where introspection met chart-topping hits. He wasn't just trying to make rap music, he was creating pop anthems that reached every corner of the globe, blurring the lines between hip-hop, R&B, and mainstream pop. And unlike Kendrick, Drake had no problem playing the industry game, quickly aligning himself with the biggest names in the game. He invited Kendrick and A$AP Rocky on his infamous 2013 Club Paradise tour. Yes, they were on stage together, but this wasn't the forging of a deep friendship. Drake had just met Kendrick, and while it was clear both were talented and on the rise, there was no real alliance between them. Drake took Kendrick on tour, likely recognizing his talent and trying to align with the wave of rap credibility Kendrick had. But for Kendrick, he smartly realized that the industry relationships are fickle, and from what we have seen, he stayed true to himself, his inner circle that has been there since day one, and his craft. The true tension began when Big Sean dropped that historic verse from Kendrick on Control in 2013. It was a challenge to the entire rap industry, with Kendrick proclaiming himself the king of both coasts and taking direct shots at the top rappers in the game, including Drake. This moment was pivotal because Kendrick wasn't just rapping. He was staking his claim as the true leader of hip-hop.
I'm usually homeboys with the same I'm rhyming with, but this is hip-hop and them should know what time it is. And that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake. Big Sean, J Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you. They don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you. What is competition? I'm trying to raise the bar high. Who's trying to jump and get it? You're a better off trying to skydive.
Drake, who was already dominating the charts, saw this as a direct challenge. The tension wasn't just about competition, it was about the essence of what hip-hop should represent. Kendrick was calling out anyone who wasn't about the culture, and that's when the line started to get drawn. Drake's rebuttal to Kendrick's control verse came in an interview, an attempt to dismiss the impact of Kendrick's bars. But rather than coming off as calculated, it felt sensitive.
He's giving people like moments, you know, like that verse was a moment to talk about. Are you listening to it now at this point in time? Okay. And then, but it was real cool for like, you know, a couple weeks.
Many saw it as a defensive move rather than the confident clapback people expected from one of hip-hop's biggest stars. Never one to let things slide in rap, Kendrick responded months later during his XXL cypher with the rest of TD. He rapped.
And nothing been the same since they dropped control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, joke's on you, high five. I'm bulletproof, your shots will never penetrate. Pin a tail on a donkey, boy, you been a fake.
A not-so-subtle jab at Drake's perceived sensitivity, hitting him where it hurt most, his public image. Kendrick, however, never felt the need to respond directly to the control responses in the way fans might have expected.
You gotta try harder.
To Pimp a Butterfly wasn't just a rebuttal, it was a masterpiece. With this album, Kendrick redefined what it meant to be an artist in hip-hop. Songs like King Kunta and All Right didn't just highlight his lyrical brilliance, they became anthems for the culture, celebrating Black empowerment and resilience. Kendrick is no longer just a rapper, he is a cultural icon. The rivalry between Kendrick Lamar and Drake reached new heights with a series of exchanges in 2024, each track more intense than the last. It all began with Drake's first-person shooter featuring J. Cole, a track that sparked the fire that Kendrick had seemingly been waiting to ignite. While rumors swirled that Kendrick was initially approached to feature on the track, he would say no due to unresolved issues with Drake, as he expressed on the diss track Euphoria. For Kendrick, the issue with Drake wasn't just the ghostwriting accusations. His distaste ran deeper, stemming from Drake's lack of artistic maturity and the negative influence Kendrick believed Drake perpetuated in the culture. Through empty, uninspired Malibus, most wanted bars, and moves that seemed more focused on clout and relevance rather than craft. Drake represented everything Kendrick sought to challenge in hip-hop.
2021 ain't taking no prisoner. Last year y'all fucked up all the listener. Who went platinum? I call that a visitor. Who the fuck backing them?
Drake had been sending subliminal shots for years, but when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, the tide shifted. He had demanded triple and quadruple entendres in his previous track, tailor-made freestyle, but Kendrick's Euphoria delivered something entirely different. The title itself was layered. It alludes to a TV show Drake has producer credits on called Euphoria. Known for being controversial and even problematic due to its graphic depictions of drug use, sexual content, violence, and other heavy themes involving high school-age characters. The title was also a commentary on Drake's celebratory, almost delusional behavior after believing he could defeat Kendrick. Euphoria marked the first in a series of brutal back-to-back responses. A couple days later, Kendrick released 616 in LA, solidifying the first back-to-back. Contrary to speculation, this track wasn't about Drake's personal life. It was a last-ditch warning. Kendrick let Drake know he was prepared to go to hell if the beef escalated further. This came after Drake implied that Kendrick's partner was having an affair with a bodyguard, a move that would be the start of Drake taking it there, after which Kendrick took it further. When Drake released Family Matters, Kendrick answered within 30 minutes with Meet the Grahams, a track that obliterated the God's Plan rapper. The title was a clever play on Drake's last name and the sitcom Meet the Browns, while simultaneously countering Drake's attempt to leverage family imagery in Family Matters, giving credence to his insinuations that he had someone on the inside at OVO because of how fast and ready he was to rebuttal. But Kendrick wasn't done. Not even 24 hours later, he followed up with Not Like Us, the second half of his back-to-back, and the track that truly put the nail in Drake's coffin. For anyone still in denial after Meet the Grahams, Not Like Us was an undeniable declaration of Kendrick's superiority. Drake, however, attempted to fight back with the Heart Part 6, hijacking Kendrick's Heart series as Kendrick took his timestamp with 616 in LA. The track came across as a white flag, with Drake sounding defeated and defensive. He claimed he was too famous for the accusations Kendrick made and even addressed the ongoing scrutiny over his behavior, stating,
"Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested." But
the response felt hollow and ultimately failed to reignite any momentum on Drake's side. Drake's 100 gigabytes and some songs here and there came and went, with a mix of music and videos released in a flurry of content. The battle between him and Kendrick Lamar had already reached its boiling point, and Kendrick had emerged victorious. While Drake's drop made some noise for a brief moment, it couldn't undo the foundation Kendrick had already laid. From the Not Like Us music video to his pop-out concert at the LA Forum on Juneteenth, Kendrick's presence remained undeniable. These moments were more than just performances. They were emblematic of Kendrick's unwavering dominance in the culture, showing that he wasn't just about hitting the charts, but making a lasting impact. Kendrick's GNX album, which many are now calling one of his best works to date, further solidified his place at the top. While some might dismiss the idea of it being his best, it's hard to ignore the way it resonated with fans and critics alike, earning him the title of hip-hop's true king in 2024. The album didn't just succeed in terms of sales, it captured the essence of Kendrick's artistry and influence, something Drake's 100 gigabytes drop failed to achieve. The sheer volume of content Drake released couldn't match Kendrick's effect on the game. In contrast to Drake's attempts to hold on to relevance, riding on past achievements while constantly stirring controversy, Kendrick's quiet confidence and commitment to the craft spoke volumes. His decision to remain out of the public eye except for his performances and music releases only heightened his mystique and strengthened his position in the culture. He let his work do the talking and the world listened. Kendrick's domination didn't stop with music. He's now set to become the first solo black rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show in February, an event that will be remembered as a monumental moment for both Kendrick and hip-hop. As Drake continues to make headlines for all the wrong reasons, from reference tracks to his attempt at self-preservation through finger-pointing and lawsuits, Kendrick's legacy is only growing stronger. The stark contrast between the two artists couldn't be clearer. Kendrick's artistry, dedication to the craft, and quiet but powerful presence have earned him the crown, while Drake's tactics, though somewhat successful in the short term, have eroded his credibility and image. Kendrick's work isn't just about securing his own position. It's about refocusing the culture back to the art of music and its profound influence on the development of the youth. Through his authenticity, Kendrick reminds us that hip-hop is more than just entertainment. It's a powerful tool for shaping minds, inspiring change, and preserving the integrity of the culture. As 2024 unfolds, Kendrick Lamar's reign is cemented, but his true impact lies in the way his music continues to challenge and elevate the standards of the genre, creating a ripple effect that will shape the future of hip-hop for years to come.
Looking outside, the kids live tomorrow, cause today the party just
Thanks for tuning in. Remember, this channel is all about uplifting the culture and diving deeper into the music that moves us. If you vibe with what we're doing, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Share your thoughts. Let's keep the conversation going and build something positive together. Until next time, stay real, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Peace.